There's a peaceful serenity to this space. Nice little walkway that takes you over a koi pond. Not what you think about when you think about the chaos that often comes with air travel. This is one of 5 what they're calling China Gardens at the brand new Beijing Dashing Airport. It's just opened up to the public, and it's the high-tech features that everyone is really talking about. So let's take you inside, show you them. This is the International Concourse. It's one of 5 concourses that they have here. And what really you feel as soon as you step into Dashing is the sleek modern design. This was done by the late architect زها Hadid. But what officials are really touting about this airport is the technology. As soon as you walk in, right when you're checking in your bag, facial recognition starts. It continues as you're walking through security. Security that they say is a lot quicker and more efficient because of technology. They didn't go into too much detail about that, but the facial recognition technology continues as you're in, ready to board at your gate. They've got screens that are taking in your image, and they continue all the way up until you go through and board your plane. One of the big takeaways of Dashing is the size. It is massive. They estimate 97 soccer pitches, or about 100 American football fields, if you will, could fit inside. So when you think about the size of an airport, you think about getting around, right? That's always a challenge, especially if you have, say, arrived here at E85 and you've got to get to another concourse. The argument is that because it's this starfish shape, that essentially you can go from one tentacle and get to the main center, they argue, in about 8 minutes time. That's what they say it'll take on average. So they say this is really going to be a time saver ultimately. But overall, it's this newness that you feel, this high-tech surrounding, and that's something that they say continues even on the runway. The officials here say they have a sensor system that can detect 2 centimeters of an object, of debris that might be on the runway, and they can then zoom in with multiple cameras to see where exactly it's located. So high-tech is all over this place. All of this coinciding with the 70th anniversary of the founding of Communist China. In fact, to inaugurate this new airport, President Xi Jinping himself was here. He had a crowd that was gathered of dignitaries, a lot of airport officials, as they began this new chapter in air travel right here in Beijing. Ultimately, Beijing is expected to have the most number of air travelers and passengers coming through this city than anywhere else in the world. David Kölfer, CNN, Beijing.